Imagine a man standing at the edge of a storm. The wind howls, the rain pours down, yet he remains calm. Why? Because he understands the key to emotional mastery lies in recognizing what he can and cannot control. This is the essence of Stoicism, the philosophy of managing our reactions to life's challenges. At its core, Stoicism teaches that we only have control over our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Everything else, from other people's opinions to the weather, lies beyond our influence. The Stoic path is guided by 4 key virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. These virtues help us navigate life with integrity and balance. Wisdom allows us to discern what is within our power to change and what is not. Justice teaches us to treat others with fairness, even when we feel wronged. Courage provides the strength to face adversity without being overwhelmed by it. And self-control, perhaps the most critical in relationships, gives us the emotional restraint to not react impulsively to situations like jealousy or distrust. In relationships, emotional mastery is particularly vital. When we let our emotions run unchecked, especially negative ones like jealousy or insecurity, we allow them to control us rather than the other way around. But through the lens of Stoicism, we learn to respond, not react. By understanding what is in our control, we can maintain peace of mind, even in the face of the most challenging emotional turmoil. This leads us to a crucial topic: understanding the nature of jealousy itself, especially when viewed through a Stoic lens. What is jealousy? Why does it arise? And how can we, as Stoics, handle it without losing our composure? Let's explore this next. Picture this. You're at a gathering, and across the room, your partner is deep in conversation with someone new. You feel an unsettling tightness in your chest, a twinge of unease that quickly spirals into jealousy. Why? Is it their actions, or is it something deeper within you? From a Stoic perspective, jealousy isn't something inflicted upon us by others. It is a self-imposed judgment. The Stoics taught that emotions arise not from external events themselves, but from how we perceive and interpret those events. In this case, jealousy stems from our internal narrative, the story we tell ourselves about what we might lose or how we measure up. At the heart of jealousy often lies 2 powerful forces: ego and insecurity. Ego whispers that our worth is tied to how others see us or treat us, while insecurity magnifies our fears of inadequacy or rejection. Together, they create the perfect storm, causing us to react defensively or irrationally. A Stoic man, however, understands that these emotions are signals, not truths. They point to areas within ourselves that need attention, not external situations we must control. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of differentiating between genuine concerns and emotional reactions. For instance, a partner's consistent dishonesty or disregard for boundaries might warrant reflection and action. But fleeting jealousy over harmless interactions? That is an emotional reaction rooted in fear, not rational judgment. The Stoics encourage us to step back and ask, is this fear grounded in reality? Or am I letting my imagination dictate my response? Moreover, jealousy directly contradicts the Stoic principle of personal sovereignty. A core tenet of Stoicism is the idea that no one can make us feel a certain way without our consent. By succumbing to jealousy, we hand over our inner peace to something outside our control, be it a partner's behavior or another person's presence. Instead, the Stoic man focuses on maintaining his own sense of self-worth, trusting in his ability to handle whatever comes with reason and dignity. Jealousy, then, is not an enemy to be defeated, but a teacher to be understood. It reveals the parts of ourselves that cling too tightly to external validation. When we approach jealousy with the Stoic virtues of wisdom and self-control, we transform it into an opportunity for growth, rather than allowing it to harm our relationships or sense of self. This brings us to a practical scenario. What happens when another man contacts your partner? How should you respond without losing your composure or sense of stoic balance? Let's dive into this next. Imagine this. Your partner's phone buzzes, and you notice the name of another man pop up on the screen. A wave of unease washes over you. Thoughts race. Why is he messaging her? Should I be worried? In an instant, jealousy and insecurity can flare, clouding your mind and fueling impulsive reactions. This moment perfectly illustrates what Stoicism refers to as an high-emotional trigger, a sudden spark that can ignite unhelpful responses if left unchecked. These triggers often stem from automatic thoughts, assumptions we make about what's happening, rooted in our fears and past experiences. But Stoicism teaches us to pause and recognize that these thoughts are just interpretations, not facts. Between the stimulus, the message, and your response, your reaction lies a critical gap, one that the Stoics believed we must master. This gap is where our freedom and power reside. It is in this space that we can choose to act in alignment with reason, rather than being swept away by emotion. Applying Stoic principles. When faced with a scenario like this, the first step is to practice the discipline of perception. This means reframing how you view the situation. Instead of immediately assuming the worst, take a step back and remind yourself that the event itself is neutral. It is neither good nor bad until you assign meaning to it. Next, use reason to examine the situation objectively. Ask yourself, what do I truly know about this interaction? Am I projecting my fears onto this scenario? Is there concrete evidence of a problem, or am I jumping to conclusions? Stoicism emphasizes that your partner's actions, like receiving a message, are external events beyond your control. What lies within your power is how you respond to those actions. By focusing on your own thoughts and behaviors, you regain clarity and prevent unnecessary conflict. Another essential Stoic tool is the principle of charitable interpretation. This involves giving others the benefit of the doubt and choosing to interpret their actions in the most reasonable and kind way possible. Instead of assuming betrayal, consider, could this message be harmless? Could it reflect a friendship or a professional connection rather than a threat? By approaching the situation with curiosity instead of judgment, you maintain harmony and foster trust. Finally, remind yourself that trust in a relationship reflects your inner stability, not external control. If your trust is easily shaken by one message, it signals an opportunity to strengthen your own sense of security, rather than attempting to control your partner's interactions. Now that we've explored how Stoic principles can guide your mindset in moments like this, let's dive into the practical Stoic responses, specific actions you can take to handle situations of jealousy or mistrust with wisdom and composure. Practical Stoic responses. Imagine you've taken a deep breath after noticing that message on your partner's phone. The initial wave of emotion has passed, and now it's time to respond, not just to the situation, but to yourself. How can you approach this moment as a Stoic man, balancing wisdom, self-control, and respect for your relationship? A. Internal responses. Stoicism begins within. Your first task is to confront the storm in your mind before addressing the external situation. 1. Practicing negative visualization. The Stoics often prepared for challenging emotions by imagining worst-case scenarios. Ask yourself, what if my fears were true? Would I survive? This isn't to wallow in negativity, but to remind yourself of your resilience. By mentally rehearsing difficult outcomes, you strip them of their power over you. 2. Examining judgments and assumptions. Jealousy thrives on assumptions. Is your interpretation of the situation based on facts or fears? Stoicism teaches us to separate objective reality from the narrative we create around it. For example, a message is just a message until we decide it means more. 3. Using self-questioning techniques. Challenge your thoughts with questions like, am I reacting to the present moment or projecting past insecurities? What evidence do I have for my fears? Is this reaction aligned with the man I strive to be? 4. Maintaining emotional equilibrium. Anchor yourself in stoic calm. Visualize the serenity of a still pond, untouched by external ripples. This image reminds you that, no matter what happens, your peace of mind is yours to protect. B. External actions. Once you've addressed your internal state, it's time to act outwardly with reason and integrity. 1. Communicating with dignity and respect. When discussing your feelings or concerns, speak calmly and without accusations. A Stoic man knows that respectful dialogue strengthens relationships, while emotional outbursts erode trust. For instance, say, "I noticed the message earlier, and I wanted to share how it made me feel. Can we talk about it?" 2. Choosing reason over reaction. Before confronting your partner, ask yourself if your response aligns with Stoic principles. Reacting impulsively, such as making accusations or demanding explanations, only feeds insecurity. Responding with thoughtfulness shows strength and clarity. 3. Setting healthy boundaries without controlling. Boundaries are about mutual respect, not control. Let your partner know what makes you feel secure while respecting their autonomy. For example, I value openness and honesty in our relationship. It's important to me that we share these things with each other. No care. 4. Building trust through personal excellence. Trust is earned not just through words, but through actions. Focus on being a partner of integrity, reliability, and understanding. When you exemplify these traits, you create a relationship rooted in mutual respect and admiration. By mastering your inner responses and expressing yourself with wisdom and respect, you transform potential conflicts into opportunities for growth and connection. This approach not only resolves immediate concerns, but also strengthens the foundation of your relationship. Next, let's explore how to go beyond handling individual scenarios and build enduring habits that align with Stoic principles. Together, these habits will create a relationship that thrives on trust, respect, and emotional balance. Building Stoic relationship habits. Imagine your relationship as a flourishing garden. It doesn't thrive on occasional bursts of effort, but on consistent, thoughtful care. Similarly, applying Stoic wisdom to handle jealousy and trust issues isn't just about reacting well to specific situations. It's about cultivating habits that promote long-term emotional balance, trust, and mutual respect. Daily practices. 1. Morning preparation for potential challenges. Start each day with a moment of reflection, as the Stoics did. Ask yourself, what challenges might I face today? Visualize yourself responding with patience and composure, especially in moments that might test your trust or trigger jealousy. This mental rehearsal fortifies your emotional armor. 2. Evening reflection on reactions and responses. At the end of each day, pause to evaluate your actions and thoughts. Consider, did I respond to challenges with reason or emotion? Did I honor my values in my interactions today? Reflecting in this way helps you learn from mistakes and reinforces positive behaviors, ensuring you grow as a partner and a Stoic. 3. Strengthening self-discipline through small challenges. Stoicism emphasizes self-mastery, and the best way to cultivate this is through daily practice. Take on small challenges to build discipline, like delaying gratification or responding calmly to minor frustrations. These exercises prepare you for larger emotional trials, like handling jealousy or conflict with a partner. 4. Cultivating genuine self-confidence. True confidence comes from knowing you can handle life's uncertainties. Invest in your personal growth, whether through learning, physical fitness, or developing your passions. As your self-confidence grows, your need for external validation diminishes, allowing you to approach relationships from a place of strength rather than insecurity. B. Long-term development. 1. Building unshakable inner security. Stoics believe that true security comes from within. Recognize that your worth is not determined by external factors, whether that's a partner's actions or the attention of others. By cultivating inner security, you become less reactive and more grounded, regardless of external circumstances. 2. Developing emotional resilience. Challenges in relationships are inevitable, but how you respond defines your character. Practice resilience by viewing difficulties as opportunities for growth. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Each challenge you face strengthens your ability to navigate future ones with grace. 3. Creating healthy relationship dynamics. Apply Stoic principles to foster trust and openness in your relationship. Encourage honest communication, mutual respect, and shared values. Remember, a healthy relationship thrives not on control, but on freedom and trust, where both partners feel secure and valued. 4. Growing through challenges rather than avoiding them. Stoicism teaches us not to shy away from discomfort. When issues arise, face them directly and constructively. Use conflict as an opportunity to deepen your understanding of each other and strengthen your bond. A relationship that grows through adversity becomes more resilient over time. By incorporating these daily practices and long-term strategies, you build a relationship rooted in Stoic principles, one that thrives on trust, mutual respect, and personal growth. Together, these habits transform jealousy and trust issues into opportunities for self-improvement and deeper connection. Now, let's look ahead to how you can stay committed to this path. The next step is embracing the Stoic path forward, where we explore how to maintain this philosophy in every aspect of your life. Imagine standing on a mountain, the path behind you winding with moments of struggle, growth, and reflection. Ahead lies a broader horizon, a chance to live not just reactively, but purposefully. The Stoic path forward is about transforming challenges like jealousy and trust issues into stepping stones for personal and relational growth. 1. Transforming jealousy into opportunities for growth. Jealousy, when viewed through the Stoic lens, is not an enemy but a teacher. It reveals areas where we need to cultivate self-confidence, patience, or emotional resilience. By confronting jealousy with courage and wisdom, you turn it into an opportunity to strengthen your character and deepen your relationships. Each moment of discomfort becomes a chance to practice self-control and to grow into the man you aspire to be. 2. Living according to nature and reason. Stoicism teaches us to align our lives with nature and reason. In relationships, this means accepting human imperfections, both in ourselves and our partners, while striving to act virtuously. Rather than being driven by fleeting emotions, a Stoic man seeks harmony by making decisions rooted in rationality, fairness, and mutual respect. 3. Building relationships based on virtue and trust. Trust isn't something you demand. It's something you earn through consistent action. A Stoic man builds relationships that reflect the virtues of integrity, honesty, and kindness. By focusing on your own virtues, you inspire the same in your partner, creating a bond that is resilient and grounded in mutual respect. 4. Finding peace through acceptance of what we cannot control. At the heart of Stoicism is the profound peace that comes from accepting what is beyond our influence. You cannot control how your partner behaves, but you can control how you respond. By letting go of the need to micromanage or predict every outcome, you free yourself from unnecessary anxiety and create space for a more balanced, trusting connection. The Stoic path forward is not about perfection, but persistence. Each step you take, every moment of reflection, and each practice of self-restraint builds a life of greater peace and purpose. Now, let's bring everything together as we explore the mark of a Stoic man, what it truly means to embody these principles in everyday life. The mark of a Stoic man. Picture a man standing on a rugged mountaintop, the wind howling around him. The storm may rage, but he stands firm. Not because he can control the weather, but because he controls himself. This is the mark of a Stoic man, a man who embodies strength not through domination or control, but through wisdom and self-mastery. In relationships, this strength is reflected in emotional maturity. A Stoic man doesn't react impulsively to jealousy or trust issues. Instead, he pauses, reflects, and responds with reason. By leading with composure and understanding, he sets an example for his partner, creating a dynamic rooted in respect rather than fear or insecurity. The true freedom of the Stoic lies in letting go of what cannot be controlled. You cannot dictate your partner's choices or eliminate every external challenge in your relationship, but you can control how you show up, grounded, confident, and compassionate. This freedom brings peace of mind, allowing you to focus on what truly matters, building a relationship that thrives on mutual trust and shared values. A Stoic man understands that trust is not demanded, but earned through consistent actions and integrity. By cultivating patience, honesty, and courage, he fosters a bond that doesn't rely on suspicion or control, but on genuine respect and love. Such a relationship becomes a partnership of equals, where both individuals can grow together while remaining strong on their own. As you continue your journey of Stoic growth, remember that every challenge, every moment of doubt, is an opportunity to practice virtue. Jealousy and trust issues are not obstacles to avoid. They are teachers, helping you refine your character and strengthen your relationship. So, stand tall in the face of life's emotional storms. Lead with wisdom, act with courage, and build a foundation of trust that reflects the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic wisdom. May it guide you toward a life of strength, balance, and fulfillment.